Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Paul Reed. I'm here with the cuzzo, Rick the Ruler. How you feeling, bro?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm still not happy, but we'll get into it.
Yeah. If you didn't watch the game and you're looking at the score and we won the game, Knicks won. Didn't feel like it. Didn't feel like it at all. It was a hell of a game. I think we scored 13 points in the first quarter, and that just explains just the rest of the game. They even struggle with these guys.
Yeah,
Um, all throughout the game. Basically, it wasn't like at any point they pulled away. I mean, it was even up until the end. It was like they were like battling up until
yeah.
the last 2 minutes. It was a game,
hmm
and that's terrible because these
Up
guys
until
had
the last
one
50
win.
seconds.
Yeah, 50 seconds until they started fouling.
Yeah.
Where I mean, the Rockets were fouling in desperation. That was the only time we knew that the game was completely in our hands, and that's embarrassing. These guys have only won one game the entire season. Um, uh,
They literally lost 13 games straight.
straight and came in here and almost won in the bro. If they would have won in the Garden, we scored 13 points in the first quarter, 34 in the second quarter,
Best quarter.
25 in the third, and then 34 again in the fourth. I'm starting to notice a trend with Tom, and it's his starters for 2 years straight have gotten off to terrible starts in the first quarter and in the third quarter. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know why it happens the way it does. It's very frustrating to watch sometimes, but we got the win, right? We got the win. So let's put some of this stuff up here. So let's look at some stats. Clearly, the game ball goes to Alec Burks.
Oh, for sure.
Alec Burks was 6 for 8 from the field, 6 for 7 from the 3 point line. He missed one shot from three. And that was his career high, by the way. 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals. I don't know what the hell has gotten into this guy. But I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
And 20 points. 20 points, man. And 0 turnovers. 0 turnovers. Great game from Alec Burks. He definitely stepped up when we needed him. Unfortunately, we needed him in this damn game. But tell me what you saw from Alec Burks.
I mean, the same. I mean, he
Yeah,
played exactly the same as he always does. The only thing different today is his shots were falling. I think he even said that. I think that was like the first question. She's like, "Oh, how did you do it tonight?" He was just like, "Well, we were able to get the shots to fall." So that's the only difference. He has it in him. We know that.
yeah,
He saved us a lot of losses last season. Not a
yeah.
lot, but he saved us a few losses last
Yeah, if it
season.
wasn't for
So
him, yeah.
yeah, so we know he has it in him, and that's kind of what we expect from him. So
Yeah.
so on par.
Yeah, it was like I said, you wish you didn't have to have a game out of him like this. You didn't need this one. But reliable. He's not just reliable on the offensive end. He's clearly now reliable on the defensive end,
Yes.
which is just odd because sometimes I question how someone can be a bad defender for so long. And this guy just in one season turned into a defender. I don't know how the hell he did it. He's locking guys up. He's putting pressure on the ball. 94 feet. Like he's out there really defending. He's not just playing defense.
Yeah.
He's in the passing lanes. Uh, I don't know. I'll take it, man. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'll take it.
I think he's happy in New York. I don't think he wants to
Yeah,
go anywhere. So I think he's playing to show that this is where I want to play.
right. And uh, it's clear wherever he goes. Johnny Bryan just happens to be there, and Johnny Bryan's still here. So at least as long as we got Johnny, we know that we got Alec. So let's go on to everyone else because outside of Burks, I would say that it was a pretty messy game. Outside of quickly had a pretty good game as
Yeah.
well. 13 points.
Yeah.
13 points, one rebound, four fouls. Um, let me talk about our center position. I don't know
Okay.
how we're gonna get through this damn season.
I
I
know.
don't. I don't know how it's
Yo.
gonna happen. I don't know how. I don't know at what point we are going to be out of the deep end. Like it's scary
It
every
is.
single night. It's so damn scary, man. Mitch goes up. He gets hurt. He gets whacked in the face. I think he might have broke his nose or something. I don't know. Something happened. Um, and then Nerlens comes in, and then Nerlens gets hurt, and it's just like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like,
But
why?
before he got hurt, he picked up like two quick fouls unnecessarily, tripped somebody. Then
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm just like, what are you doing? There's no one else. Taj is out. Like, what are you doing?
Yo, I think it's very telling. And shout out to Jericho Sims, but I think it's very telling that he didn't even look at that. He didn't even look down the bench. He was like,
He's ready.
"Shit."
But you
Uh,
know what? If there was any team that Jericho Sims should be playing against, it should have been the Rockets
it
because
should-
they're
yeah.
completely young team except for one or two players, and
Which I think that played into why Taj didn't play. I think they said, "Listen, this will be the game. It's a back to back. You can rest. Um, hopefully, we'll be able to get Jericho in there to play maybe 5-10 minutes of garbage time." Nah, we had to really fight, and Julius had to play in the fourth quarter versus the Houston Rockets.
yeah.
Let's talk about Julius. Julius Randle has 16 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. He was 2 for 6 from three and 4 for 15 from the field. It seems like he's still struggling to know how to be a number one and incorporate his teammates, which is it's a scary problem to have. This is not something like, oh, we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like this is a scary issue to have. You don't just if your number one cannot just continue to play. When was the last time Julius scored over 20 points?
Probably the second or third game. I feel like he's trying to figure out what works for the team,
Right.
and
But you still gotta get yours.
yes,
You're the leader, bro.
somebody saw me today, and they didn't even, there was no pleasantries. They were just like, Julius isn't the number one, right? He's the number three, and I was just like, he may be our number, but he may be
He's
our number one, but it is what it. I didn't even have anything to say because the way he's playing, how can I defend him?
I can't. You can't defend it. You can't. You have to assert yourself.
Tune said 8 games ago.
Hold on. Let me see. First of all, shout out to the chat. I haven't even step gaming step foot into here. If we would have lost to the Rockets, so help me, Lord. Yeah, bro,
That's what I was saying.
bro. I said
The whole
same
game, I
exact
was saying
thing.
the same thing.
The same exact thing.
Like first, we're gonna give Magic their 2 wins, and now we're gonna give the Rockets a win. I was just
I felt that in my soul. I really, really, really was not feeling.
even after we won, I was still upset that you guys maybe even think that we could have lost.
8 games ago was the last time Julius Randle scored 20 points.
20 points, yeah.
What is all right? So
And he was averaging that last season.
there's some rumors flying around.
Uh-oh.
I wouldn't say they're from any legit sources
Okay.
at this point, but there's definitely some rumors flying around about some trades, and some certain names are included in those trades.
Spit.
Julius Randle being one of them. I'm not sure how true that is. Like I said, I don't want to throw that out there. But one of the points that was made in the argument, it's the only reason why I'm bringing it up, was the fact that everybody on this team is on a trade friendly contract. Literally. I don't think there's one person on this team where you're looking at that contract and you're like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I think there's room. I think if these guys, first of all, I don't care if they won this game. The front office is not happy with what they're seeing. I don't care how this game should not have been a game.
Yeah,
It was a
this
game for
was
90% of the game.
and it shouldn't have been.
It should have been a game. I'm sorry. I'm no disrespect to the Rockets. As disrespectful as it is, no disrespect to them. But this
They
should
know.
not have been a game. They know. This should not have been a game at all. Mitch goes down. Of course, you lose some interior defense there. Then you got Nerlens. Everybody says, "Oh, he's basically a light Mitch." But then again, the IQ is not much greater. If anything, it's worse than Mitch's. Um, he took one of those threes. I was kind of happy to see him take.
Yeah, if
Um,
that fell, the Garden would have just.
that would have been, but they also needed it. That's why it would have been so
Yeah.
crazy at that moment. Um, let me just look at for a
Oh,
second.
can we talk about that 3-point shot though?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
a game like this when we're struggling, and shots really aren't falling the way we were supposed to, and it's the end of the quarter, and we need for that shot to go in. Are you giving it to Noel?
No, I think he was the only option, and I think that's the only reason why he's been working on that shot is because he
Was
knows.
the only option.
I don't remember. There's no other excuse as to why the ball should end up in Nerlens Noel's hand behind the 3-point line at the end of the quarter. I don't care what excuse you have. He should not get the ball at the end of the
Yeah,
quarter.
I was just like, why is he getting the last shot? If it went in, great. But like, if it didn't go in, it's kind of like, what are you doing? Like, why is
Listen,
this happening?
I've never won an NBA game as a coach, but I don't know what the hell went into the decision to get Nerlens the ball
You think
at
that
the
was
end.
drawn up?
I don't think it was drawn up. This is and I don't think it was drawn up. Let's hope it wasn't drawn.
Because before the season started, they were talking about, hey, we're gonna let those shots
Yeah,
fly.
and that's kind of why I'm scared because you talked about it, and then here he is taking threes. Now we have seen Taj step out there and take the three, which is fine because Taj is a different breed. Obviously, he's somebody you wouldn't mind taking the three
Yeah,
in that
he got a little
situation.
jump shot. We don't see it enough, but yeah, he got a little jump shot.
Yeah, he got a little jumper, but anyway, don't want to harp too much on what I said. Tom Thibodeau and Nerlens Noel, who had 3 blocks in Houston in his first game since November 8th. He gives you elite rim protection, great decision making, multiple effort guy. You couldn't ask anything more from our center. More? He doesn't give up on plays. Doesn't give in. That's huge. I think you can ask for a lot more.
Yeah.
But shout out, Coach. You definitely can ask more from
Yes, you definitely
from
can.
Nerlens Noel.
What
Like
did
catch
Noel
the
score
ball.
tonight? Hold on.
He had
He
2.
scored 2
He had 2
points.
points.
But nope, can't ask him for any more.
Can't ask him anymore. In 29 minutes. And he was 0 for 2 from the field. And listen, we won. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna do this. I don't want to be that guy.
But
I'm having some fun, but come on.
But if we lost, we would be dissecting all.
We were dissecting it like that. Exactly. Derrick Rose didn't have a great game today.
No, he didn't show up tonight
at all.
That's okay.
If anything, Derrick Rose was doing a lot of weird stuff out there. You ever Derrick Rose has these games every now and then where he looks like he's like playing in like 2014 or something like that, but mentally, and then it's like
reality
sets in. But then when he plays like it's 2021, it's like he has 20 points. It's weird. It's like, it's very odd. Like his style of play doesn't allow him to play the way he used to play anymore.
Right.
But Derrick Rose he's always going to be the man. I don't care how he plays.
He's allowed.
Even the 2 shots he hit, when he did hit those 2 shots, they were big at that moment. You know what I'm saying? I think he's one of those guys where he just feeds off of the moment. Amazingly. If you even go back to his Bulls highlights, there would be games where he wasn't really playing that well, and then he hits a off the backboard 3 to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just built for those kind of moments. It might not be pretty, but gets the job done. Um, Obi Toppin, um, I wouldn't say he struggled today. He was 1 for 3, 14 minutes. He played the lowest minutes out of everyone that played, which was odd because Julius didn't necessarily play well.
Mm-hmm.
But he did the other. He didn't shoot well. I'll say Julius didn't shoot well. Um, and I still don't know how we're going to see more out of Obi Toppin, because it seems that even when Julius is playing bad, that the coach doesn't want to just completely not play him. And I don't know. We got to figure out a way to get Obi some
They,
minutes.
they got to play them together. I mean, that's it. They're gonna have to play him together
Yeah.
and allow him to play the second unit as well. I mean, I don't know.
Here's the thing: you got 3 injured big men.
Mm-hmm.
They're currently injured. All 3 of
Mm-hmm.
them.
Yep.
All 3 of them, active or not, they're
True.
all
True.
injured. Take 1 or 2 games a week and sit 2 of them and let Obi just run at the 5, or run at the 4 while Julius is at the 5. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like at earlier in the season, get it out the way now. Let these guys heal up,
Mm-hmm.
especially Mitch. He's it's almost like he's glass out there.
Yeah. I told I tried to trade him in my fantasy, and I added like another player or so, and they were just like, "Nah." He's like, "Yo, Mitch is always hurt." And I'm just like, "It's true." But I mean, when he does play, he gets some fantasy points. But everybody knows. I was like, he's made of paper. What can you do?
It's so bad that even when he's having a good game, you still got to be nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, is he gonna finish the game? He has 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. He was 3 for 4. He's starting to get comfortable with the ball in his hands and finishing around the basket. You like that, but you know, I'm just concerned about what we're going to do with Mitch. Um, Evan Fournier, he got some fourth quarter minutes tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. And I wouldn't say he stepped up, but he didn't waste those minutes, but he damn sure threw up 2 air balls.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that joint
which
went
which
straight out of
hurt.
bounds. The ground said, "Ouch."
That hurt. That really timing too. And then it's just, you said
But
what?
I said the ground said, "Ouch." Um,
That's only it was the ground.
that was it. But with Fournier, like, how much did he score tonight? He did
19.
19. All right, so that's what he should be scoring. I think it should
Yeah.
be like
Minimum
15
15.
on
Yeah.
but yeah, it should be 15 on an off night, and then it should be 15 plus on every other night. And so tonight, even though he did some weird stuff, he got 19 points. I'm not going to ask much more from him because I know we're not going to get on the defensive end. All offense.
Right.
Randall still is trying to get him in rhythm, but he's doing it funny.
He's forcing it.
Yeah, he's telegraphing it every single time. And I don't know, are they not working on it, or are they working on it and he just doesn't understand how it's supposed to work? But it drives me crazy. I'm just like, oh, this is, I'm watching it happen. I'm just like, if
Yeah.
I can see it from my couch, they could see it right there on their floor. Like, they got to find a better way.
Yeah. I think what Julius is going through is he's seeing that he is the guy, and he also seeing that those guys don't want to step on his toes, and they're not going to try to. So he has to now. He feels like he has to force feed them and get them involved, and to let them know, like, hey, listen, I need you to do something in order for me to be able to do anything. You know what I'm saying? I think I need you to walk so I can fly, kind of thing. I just think he definitely is going through a lot, and it's a responsibility thing. But I just want his energy to match every game. I just consistent energy.
Yeah.
Come out and he just hasn't been aggressive. He's taking more threes than he's attacking in the basket. Um, I mean, not really. I mean, clearly he only took 6 threes and he took 15 shots, but you know, he's taking a lot more threes than I would rather him take if he's going to be less aggressive than he has been than I know him to be. Especially driving to the basket. I know he's worried about the calls that he's not going to get, but that's what happens when you practice or you get used to what the refs are going to do for you every single game. You can't plan that a ref is going to call a foul because of certain contact. I just think you just got to go out there and just finish and not care about what the ref is going to say.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Go out there like how did you used to play when you're at the park when there's no refs? You know what I mean? You're not worried about calling the foul when you go up for layup. You're trying to finish because you know there's no refs out there to see it. No one's gonna say, "Yeah, I did foul you, bro." No, nobody's gonna do that. I just would like to see Julius Randle get his aggression back. 16 points. Once again, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. I would like to see him be more confident. Now RJ Barrett didn't play most of the second half. He had 11 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals,
Wonder
which
why.
I think was odd because he didn't necessarily play bad.
Right.
I just think that the starting unit wasn't playing well, and they ran the bench unit, the bench squad, and I think he just started. And when he came back, he went with Randall and Fournier, and then I guess he just wanted to see what I think. Because usually when you take Burks or whoever he took out for Fournier, and they think it was Derrick Rose, um, usually that's probably RJ that's going back in there with him. But I think the coach wanted to try something tonight, which it worked. But like I said, I wish it wasn't the Rockets that had to. This was tough. This was a very disgusting game, man.
Yeah, it was not nice
Very,
at all.
very disgusting game. Shout out to the chat. Sam Holt said he is definitely forcing the issue.
He's trying. Yeah, he's trying really hard.
He's really out there trying to make something happen, and you can see it. He's going through it in his head, like you can see the calculations in his head, like as through his eyes. And it's weird because there's certain plays where he does his thing. It's like, all right, he's there today, and then it's like he goes back into the just running the system, and then I'm like, all right, cool. But then there's which we want to see Julius do. We want to see him spread the ball around. We want to see him get his teammates involved. That's not what I'm complaining about. It's the aggression. It's all right. I'm gonna pass my teammate the ball, but I'm gonna go set another pick, or I'm gonna pass my teammate the ball and then I'm gonna cut hard to the basket. A lot of times I see he's setting the screen, he's passing the ball, he's setting the screen for them, and he's just letting them work. You know what I mean? He's not wanting the ball back, and when they pass it back to him, then he does another one and it throws it right back to him.
Back to them, yeah.
And I'm like, come on, like just get it. And then how many times today did we see Julius Randle with the ball in the last 5 seconds throw the ball to somebody else, and now they got to force up a shot with the shot clock going down?
Exactly.
And that's part of the aggression. As the best player on the team, as the leader on the team, you should know when you need to put a shot up and how much time you have. There was another play that angered the hell out of me. I think it was in the first half. He's getting double teamed by Matthews, who is guarding RJ. The only person that left their man was Matthews. Everybody else is guarding their man, including the one that Julius Randle is posting up. So now there's a double team on Julius Randle from RJ's man, and he throws it to Derrick Rose, who's guarded, who then has to throw it to Alec Burks, who's guarded, and force up a shot, and then shot clock violation. Why would you not throw it to the open man, who's RJ Barrett, in that situation? You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, you have I need to see that point where he learns how to use the pick. If you're gonna wait for the double, why would you not throw it to the open man?
Yeah. I think there may be a trust issue. Like I think he knows what everybody is capable of doing. I just don't think that they are playing their game with trust. Like when all right, I don't know if this is a good example for the situation, but I love playing spades. And when you have the right partner, like y'all don't even have to communicate.
Nothing to
Like,
talk about.
you know,
Yeah,
when they going high, you go low. You know,
right.
when they're gonna go low or they're gonna cut, it's just there. But then when you're playing with somebody new, you're kind of just like,
You're
should,
hesitant.
yeah. And I
Like
think
I
that's
don't know
what's
if I
happening
trust you.
still.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and the team is new, so that makes sense. But you gotta get better at it because we're losing games that we should win, and then we're playing really hard against teams that we might lose to, and then we're winning those, and then so it's like I don't know which
Who
team we're
we
gonna
are,
get.
who we
Yeah,
are. Yeah, we don't know who we are yet.
right,
I think it's that simple. We still don't know who this team is, and I
right.
think it's frustrating because what are we now? 9-7, I believe.
Check
Let's
here.
let me double check that. Nine.
Yeah,
I believe
nine
we're
and
nine and
seven.
seven. We're 9-7
Yes.
now. Um, and we don't know who the hell we are. We don't know what we're gonna get from game to game. We don't know what Kemba we're gonna get, and it. I think the point with Kemba is that is an issue. He's not playable late in the fourth. Um, you gotta. He's actually not a legit starting point guard anymore. Great talent. I just don't think he has the body to be a starting point guard anymore. I think he will bring you big games for sure, but the deficiencies on the defensive end
Yeah.
just is too loud. It's way, 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 way too loud.
He tries to get a charge every single game, though. You notice
Every
that?
game he does, and one of those, I think the charge he got overturned tonight, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. They reviewed it and they said nah.
Because now they're starting to see, all right, that's the only time he's gonna play defense. So let me really watch what he's doing there. But I think that was just a one off. I think he usually, if there's one thing he does well defensively, is draw charge.
Yep.
So I think he has to get used to um his speed at this point. You know what I'm saying? The new rules, I think the new rules are helping him
Hmm.
for sure.
Uh,
Um, but actually, the new rules aren't. Well, they're helping him defensively. Offensively, he has no chance, and I think that's a lot of the issue. I mean, if James Harden is struggling with his numbers, then Kemba clearly is going to struggle because he's not even the player that James is. Salute to the chat. Still Knicks fans. What's going on, bro? He said, "What's good, my Knicks family?" Salute to the chat. Shout out, salute to Apollo and Rick. Horrible looking game, but a much needed win. Man, much needed for sure.
yes.
And absolutely a horrible looking game. It was. There was a point where I'm watching the game, and I was on Xbox at the time. We were playing 2K, and I'm watching the game at the same time. And because I couldn't focus, I just had to distract myself. So I'm talking to my boy in the chat, and he's like, we're both watching the game, and I'm like, I don't care about these this back and forth stuff. These guys, because there was a point where Burks was throwing everything up in the air, and it was just going in, and I'm like, okay, cool, win the damn game. I don't care about none of this.
Yeah. I think you
I didn't
tweeted that
care.
too.
Yeah, I don't care about none of this. But big shot, yeah, great. I'm not jumping up and screaming because you guys shouldn't be in this game at all. I'm not excited. I would have tore into them 5 times over after they won the game. I don't care. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And at home, this should
Yeah.
not be happening. Anyway. All right, I'm back. Sydney, what's going on? We seem like a soft team that shoots too many threes. Oh my god. You guys are right though. We have no identity. And
Yeah.
I mentioned that last show.
Mm-hmm.
It's either a 3-point shot or it's a
Mm-hmm.
layup. There's zero in between game. There's no mid range. There's no off the pick and roll pull up mid range anything at all. It's a 3 or we're headed the other way. You know what I mean? And if it's not an alley from Obi or Mitch
Mm-hmm.
or a dump off from Julius to Mitch, there is nothing happening inside the arc, and it's very, very frustrating to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the mid range game. That's
Yeah.
why I was big on. I love Phoenix, and even though they didn't win in the finals last year, because you had Chris Paul from mid range, you had Devin Booker. You know what I mean? And I mean Devin Booker's looking for that mid range. Like, don't give him an inch because he's gonna knock it down. And that's how you get far. You got to hit those easy shots. You're not going to take a 3-point shot every single time and it's going to be the best shot.
Mhm.
I don't care if you're open, even if you're open, it might not be the best shot. You might actually need to step in just
Yep.
one step.
Yeah.
You know what I
And,
mean? But
and it makes us easy to defend because they
Mhm.
know that once we're within the arc, we're going to the hole. So
Exactly.
they all right. Let's double team.
Yeah.
Let's wait for the layup, or
Collapse.
So come
Just
on.
collapse. Yeah. Just
And I
collapse.
think
Just
with
lay.
that mentality that we're putting out there, if we started shooting mid range jump shots, we would do so much better.
We would do tons better because at least because there's games where even RJ Barrett, he'll come off a screen, he'll pull up at the elbow. And when it happens, it's like just stay right there. Just stay right there. Even if it's just him. You know what I mean? Like even if it's just one person, because I know it's clearly something that they don't want to infiltrate, like put in their offense and have everyone doing. So let's just have one person at least. And it just opens up everything because now when, like you said, when we head fake and we drive, they know we're going straight to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
So if they have that in their mind and we pull up for mid range, more than likely our mid ranges are going to be wide open. You know what I mean? That's just something that they scout. These scout the people who scout our team, the scouting guys on the other team, they know that we don't take mid ranges. So they're going to tell these guys, don't worry about mid range. They're not going to take them. Just stay hard, stay on them. Don't worry about them hitting you with a step back. Stay on them. They're not going to do anything with it.
They're not even falling for the head fakes like that.
They're not because they know at this point. It's like, all right, well, head fake me all you want. You're not going to take that mid range. You're going to
Exactly.
I'm still going to jump up, land, and still be able to block you because you're going to take a 3-pointer. You know what I mean? And I'm as many 3-pointers as we've been making this year, we've been taking way too many. Like I think 40 something threes a game is cool if you're shooting them efficiently. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they haven't been efficient at all, and it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. Sydney also said our centers are always on the floor.
It's true.
We mentioned that earlier. It's Mitch is always on the floor, and it's like every game that we're on here talking about. I thought that was it for Mitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. When he got hit, I'm watching. Like I said, I was watching it with my boy on my headset, and I'm sitting there like, did he break his forearm? Like, because I'm looking at it, like while he was laying on, like this, and I'm like, why does his forearm look like that? And then now I have to know if his forearm naturally looks like that because it looked like it was broken. It looked like it was broken. And I'm like, yo, this dude's made of glass. If he really broke his arm, he's made of glass. But thank God that's not what it was. He broke something else. Whatever the hell it was he hurt. Hopefully Mitch is fine.
Yeah,
I know
but
sick
they
and
said
tired.
that he may be out for tomorrow's game. So I'm like, come on.
Which is cool. It's a back-to-back. He should be resting one of those anyway.
But it's Chicago, man.
It's Chicago.
What are we gonna do?
Well, we know who's gonna play in Chicago. Taj Gibson's definitely gonna come back to play. Taj is definitely gonna come back to play.
Probably why they rested him.
Yeah, exactly. And I think he's gonna start. They're gonna come. I hope he starts. I would much rather see Nerlens come off the bench as the backup than Taj. But that's that. And thank you, Sydney, man. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate the love, man, for sure. And
Ron said,
yeah, we winning tomorrow. Book it. Listen, I hope so. I just know that these guys lost to us last time, and they're ready for some revenge.
Yeah,
they're ready for some revenge, and they've been. And I'm not gonna lie, Chicago freaking balling.
Yeah, they have been. Where are they standing right now? Right now, they third place. They tied for the second place.
They are balling, my guys. I don't know, and I think there's just there's also certain teams that just have other teams' numbers, and that could be it with us. They might be a great team versus other teams, and when they play us, it's just defensively because of the way Tom Thibodeau coaches us that they just can't get past us. But I would like to see it, Ron. I would like to see another win, because clearly we're playing up and down to competition, and I think that's really what it is. They played down to competition tonight terribly. Um, like I said, that first, what was it? The score was like 15-11 at one point late in the first, and I think 30 something to 30 something late in the fourth and late in the second. I'm like, what are you guys doing out here? Is this basketball or not? Like, I don't know. Whatever. Um, yeah, look, yeah, exactly. See, and Ron knows. Yeah, we get up for the big games. Watch us beat the Lakers at the Garden too. Yep, yep.
Hmm.
We're gonna beat the Lakers in the Garden. We're gonna beat I did this game tomorrow. That's not home, right? This is away.
Let me see. It is. Nah, it's home. Oh wait,
It's
wait.
home. No, it's away. It's away.
Yeah, yeah. Hang on, I'm on the wrong date.
Yeah,
What's
it's
today?
away.
What's today? The 20th?
Today's the 20. It'll be a
Yeah,
21st.
yeah. It's away. It's away.
It's away game. Yeah.
Lakers is home.
So Lakers is home. Phoenix is home.
Yeah.
Guarantee you we win both those games.
And then Atlanta Hawks.
And then we play the Hawks because they're that in between team. They're not gonna know if they should play up or down, and they're gonna lose because that's just how the hell they are. They don't play every team like their championship team. It's annoying. It's annoying as hell. And then we play Brooklyn
really
next Tuesday. That game I'm looking forward to.
Why?
Because I feel like that's a game we will always wake up for, and play very 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 high caliber basketball for, simply because of just the rivalry between the franchises. You know what I'm saying? I think the Knicks, no matter where they play, they always get up to play Brooklyn because they're the only team that can be dethroned. They're the only team that can dethrone them in their own home. So that's a game that I'm definitely looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not guaranteeing a win, but I'm guaranteeing a win. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna guarantee a win, but I'm gonna guarantee a win. But yeah, tomorrow, that game is gonna be tough. Alex Caruso has been out there locking up Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell has gotten into him. He got that money and he's not satisfied. He wants more, and that's what you want. You know, once you pay these guys, you want them to play better than they did once they got the contract, not worse. You know what I'm saying, Julius? So I just listen.
Shots fired.
Did you hear that? Listen, man. I don't like that. I don't like it. You're the best player in the team. I don't want to see the timid stuff. And his idol Kobe would have never played like that. Never would have never let it happen. Thank God they didn't score 100 points tonight. They kept them at 99 exactly. Very very close. Anybody else on here that we can talk about real quick before we get on out of here? I think might have covered everything. Yeah, we got everybody. Kemba, of course, he struggled a little bit. Yeah, I think we really talked about everybody. That's pretty much it. Any final words for you? You know, Kaza?
Yes. Let's play our rookies. Let's play our rookies. Not what's his name?
McBride. Jericho.
Yeah, not Sims.
Yeah.
But I want to see McBride. I want to see Grimes. Even if it's for 5 minutes, we got to get them some burn.
No Jericho? He's that bad?
Yeah, I just feel like he's not ready. I don't think he's bad. I just don't think he's ready. I think the lights just make him play off his game, and he's got to learn to work with the lights on him. And once he can do that, then yeah, we could play him. He can make the mistakes or whatever, but I just feel like they're not ready yet.
I agree. I think McBride, I think Grimes, I think they are ready.
Mm-hmm.
They are itching to get off that bench and do something. I mean, you saw what Deuce did in the G League the other night. I can't wait to see these guys get consistent minutes, and I don't know what it's gonna take. Maybe some trades. I got on here. I was ready to get on here. If we'd have lost this game, boy, I was telling my boy, I said, listen, this is not going to be a pretty one tonight, bro. I hope you're watching. Because I thought we were going to lose. Yeah, I was going to come on here, like, trade them all. Like, I don't care. They can all go. Because I'm tired of us looking like we don't have the energy to play every
Yeah.
single game. I'm tired of being outplayed every single game. I'm tired of the other team playing way more, sorry,
Yeah.
effort than we are playing with. And it's
Setting career highs and looking like an
every
all-star
single
team.
game.
I'm like, who?
Every single
Come
game.
on.
Every single game is something different. But like I said, I was ready to come in here talking about trade this guy, trade that guy, and all that. But I will end today's show with I still think they need to make a trade. Um,
They do.
they need to make a trade. Something needs to happen. They need to free up some spots for these young guys to get some minutes because I think if you continuously get Grimes and McBride minutes, even if it's for 5 to 10 minutes a game per game, just give them 5 to 10. The same amount of minutes that Obi and Quickly was getting last year. Just give them that. I'll
Yeah.
take that.
Yep.
But in order for that to happen, there something needs to happen at the point guard position. I don't know what it is. Somehow they're gonna need to free up a spot for a point guard, and I don't know how they're gonna do so without bringing another point guard in. You know what I mean? And I think that's the only reason why I'm scared about how many minutes McBride will get this year, because unless Kemba's traded and no one else comes in to replace him, and then we're stuck with Quickly and Rose, that's the only way we're seeing him play a lot of minutes. And yeah, but I don't know. That trade would really have to make us that much better at whatever position we're trading for. To not even bring in another point guard, whatever we're getting in return, whether it's a wing or a center or power forward or whatever the hell it is, it would have to be worth it. Just so Deuce can get out there and run around and cause havoc. But that's all I got. Shout out to Dre. Dre couldn't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. He definitely was watching the game with us and commenting. He's, I'm sure Dre wanted to vomit, as he always says. So special words from Dre. I'm sure that's exactly what he was saying. But yeah, man, that's all we got. Tomorrow there will not be a show. But we will be watching. And the next game is when? Is it Tuesday? We play the Lakers. Yes, Tuesday we play the Lakers at home, and then Friday we play Phoenix.
Friday, another back-to-back. Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. Wow. And thank God they don't play on Thanksgiving. Well, I would like to. I would have liked to see
because
that.
we home, so that'd be cool.
We'll be home. I would have liked to see that, but oh well. We play on Friday, 7 p.m. Oh well. But that's all we got. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to the chat. If you are here, please hit that like, that subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Pay us with a like. If you know any other Knicks fan that doesn't watch the show, shoot over the link. You know what I mean? We try to get out some good content to you guys as often as we can. And that's all I got. So until next time, man, you guys have a good one. Take care. Peace.